What's up, boys? I got something that's been bugging me and I want to get off my chest. You guys want to hear it?
Tell me all about
Bring
it.
it on.
So it's kind of a two-parter. First thing is number one, nobody ever tells you that everything you learn in college can never be applied to the real world, is number one. And number two, like no one ever pulls you aside and says, hey, like being a boss or a manager is completely overrated. Like you as a manager, I love my team, I love everybody I work with, I have great people, but like 99% of my day is handling personnel issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
no one ever pulls you aside and tells you that shit.
Yeah, you think that's kind of like the point to achieve, strive to achieve,
Yeah.
and then you get there and you're like, this is shit. I don't want this.
This person said this about me and I don't want to work with them, and I got this going on and I can't come into work. And it's like it's nothing about like college courses and leading and like statistics and business management 101, and none of that is applicable in the real world. It's like you're a personal like babysitter slash psychiatrist for a team of 100, and I'm just trying to get my paperwork done.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's all simple Excel spreadsheets. I've never had to memorize anything. I've always been able to look it up.
Yeah.
And then just managing that. I used to fight with my bosses about being like, I need people under me. I need a team. And then I finally got it. I was like, this is really just being like bothered all day.
Yeah. It's a solo mission for me. I've balked at every opportunity to take people under my wing. Interns, even when I had the opportunity to have a personal assistant, I'm like, I'll split it with somebody else. Okay. Like, I don't want to have to manage this person. It's not in me. It's not one of my skill sets. I did learn differently in college. I was a terrible student up until college, but because college is more independent learning, you do your assignments or you don't, and that's it. Right. And it's all on you. The things that I learned in college were more about managing my life than it was managing business ethics or quantitative business methods. Like, I found those things interesting and engaging. I've never applied them on the job. And when you try to apply them on the job, it looks insane because the people before you didn't have those classes and the people after you had different classes. Like the kids that are coming out today, they're sharp, they're smart, they're good with social media. Like, those things aren't in my wheelhouse, and that's okay. But I don't think more college would have helped with that either.
No, I mean, like I said, I love my job, I love my team, but like, I think you'd be so much more poised for success if like college revolved around like actual scenarios. Like if maybe it's like role playing or like more like I don't want to say like field trips, but like actual like not just reading it from a book and being like, well, I would tell this person, like that doesn't work in the real world. Like, you need to understand what motivates these people, how many kids they have, what their family is like why do they come in every single day, what motivates them. Every single thing is different. Like, you can only learn that stuff by like actually getting out there and doing it. Like, that's not textbook. Some of it can't even be taught. Like,
Absolutely.
it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, that's why, like, I think the saying is more applicable than ever. Like, if you have a chance to be your own boss, like, that's the gig right there, like, where you're solely responsible for your success. That's the way to do it.
One thing I don't mind doing is showing people how to do things or passing my knowledge down. I've been in my position for 16 years, so I have a lot of institutional knowledge, right? And I think that's valuable, and it's good to pass that down to the next generation and let them put their spin on it. So I don't mind that part, but I definitely don't want to manage their day-to-day issues, their stomach bugs. I mean, really, in the textbooks, it should say, Chapter 1, people suck. It's going to be difficult. Don't become a manager.
It should be like, you're going to go into like Monday or any day thinking that this is how your day is going to go. Stop. The second you walk through the door, all that's out the window.
Yeah.
Like,
I was good.
Chapter 1, subject 1. You don't want to work. They don't want to either.
Yeah, you all hate this. When I was like 18 and 19, I was in charge of a small store, and some of the employees were older women. So I'm an 18-year-old idiot managing a 65-year-old lady. You can only imagine how much oil and vinegar was in that scenario.
Yeah.
Just a terrible idea for anybody to put an 18-year-old in a position of power in general. But if you want to get a fight, 65-year-old woman, 18-year-old dude.
It's a good way to learn, right? It's a really good way to learn. You get a lot of real world experience in a scenario like that. Like you learn what buttons to push, what not to push. You don't know everything like you think you do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, that's the
very
lesson of being an 18-year-old. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, dude. Yeah. Management, not for me. I'm sorry that's bugging you.
It is what it is. You can't escape it. Like I love my job. I love what I do. It's just there are certain days where you feel less of a manager and more of like someone that works in like HR.
Yeah.
It's different. It's just different than what you expect.
There's lots of books out there on leadership and management, but there's not many books on there about just being like middle of the rung worker. Maybe we need to do some more books like that.
Yeah.
Although anyone going out into a field, if you ever find yourself in a field of shift work, the best position to be in is that one that 65-year-old woman is in. She's the morning shift. Always go for the morning shift.
Yeah.
Because your day ends at 4 or 5 and you just go home. Everyone else has to stay until the entire job is done.
Yeah.
And so your 8-hour day is done. You go home, no worries. They might be there 12, 13 hours, sometimes getting paid the same salary.
Absolutely.
And so, keep those morning shifts.
Yeah. All right. Be your own boss. Don't be a manager. Try to learn some stuff in college.
Or do it. It's not so bad.
And you'll never need anything.
You want to move
more
up to
than
a certain
algebra.
pay scale, you don't really have a choice. Just, I guess the moral of the story is embrace the suck sometimes because there are going to be days.
Absolutely.
Till next time, shields up, boys.
Shields up.